Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Syncopation Podcast. This is the music podcast about music. I am your host, Liam, with my co-host, Grant.
Hi.
Thank you all so very much for tuning in.
And this week we are continuing our August monthly theme of punk rock. If you missed our previous two episodes, they are up on this channel. You can find them pretty easily if you would like to.
Yes. Now, on today's agenda, like the previous 2 weeks, we have a big artist, a small artist, and a song which we will be rating for you and reviewing at the end of this episode. But for today's big artist, and the one that we're going to talk about first today, is The Clash. Now, you guys might know The Clash. They're a pretty famous band. We tried to get famous bands for this week. But for those of you who want to know more information about them, I've got the Google tab pulled up and what Google has to say about The Clash. So I will just read right from that. The Clash were an English rock band formed in London in 1976 as a key player in the original wave of British punk rock. They also contributed to the post-punk and the new wave movements that emerged in the wake of punk and employed elements of a variety of genres, including reggae, dub, funk, ska, and rockabilly. They originated in London, United Kingdom in 1976. I think I actually said that. And the members consisted of Joe Strummer, Mick Jones, Paul Simonon, Topper Head on, Terry Chimes, Don Letts, Keith Levine, Vince White, Nick Shepard, Pete Howard, and Rob Harper.
That's a lot of band members.
Yeah. And so in this order, in the same order that I read them off last time, their instruments are harmonica, keyboard instrument, bass guitar, drum kit, band member, lead guitar, drum kit.
Band member, huh?
Yep, just band member. Oh, and keyboard instrument. What kind of keyboard? Like piano? I mean, I don't know.
There's a lot of, maybe it's the computer keyboard. Maybe he was
Maybe
he was like their manager or something.
Yeah, maybe he was their tech dude.
Yeah, or IT guy.
Yeah. Their genres, at least according to Google, consist of punk rock, post-punk, new wave, and experimental rock.
So, what is your favorite Clash song, Liam?
Well, I mean, personally, my favorite Clash song is "Rock the Casbah." That's a really good song.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite one too. But there are other ones that are a lot different, so I like those kind of in a different way. But I'd say all around my favorite one is Rock the Casbah.
Yeah. Now, some other songs that I do like by them are Clamp Down, Death or Glory, and Spanish Bombs. It's just it's a good song.
Yeah,
Kind of weird title, but
it's a good music song.
yes. Oh, and Lost in the Supermarket. That's a fun song.
Uh-huh. So listen to those if you want. We're not going to play them here because we don't want to get in the habit of playing other people's songs in our videos in case we ever do get monetized.
Yep. Which, all up to you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, please. We're desperate.
Yeah. And buy our merch that we don't even have.
Yeah, please. Oh, man. But we are going to make a video for our first subscriber, and we might actually write a short song for our first subscriber. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but we might.
Maybe.
We'll
no
see.
Promises for the song.
Yeah.
But we will make a video dedicated to our first subscriber that isn't us.
Because the 3 subscribers you see down there are us.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all us.
Okay, enough promotions.
Yep.
Let's get into actual content again.
Yeah.
So the Clash, they recorded 6 studio albums and they have 2 live albums.
Wow.
So not the largest amount of albums. If you were listening our previous 2 weeks, I think all of those artists except the Chats had over 10 studio albums.
So we got some smaller amounts of albums here, but they're still very good albums. And if you like punk, listen to the Clash if you haven't already. Uh,
Mm.
they're pretty good. I like a lot of their music. Alrighty, so that's all we have for the Clash. Again, pretty good band. Listen to them. Uh, so let's move on to our small artist.
Yeah,
Our small artist for this week is Capstan. Now, some of you might not have heard of this band, and that's why we chose it for our small artist. I had no idea who these guys were until we started planning this month.
me either. I'd
But
never heard of them.
I mean, they're a really good band.
Okay.
I like. I know I say this with everything, but like I really like all of their stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good. Now, as always, I have the Google tab here, and I do have uh, some things I have to say about it. The genres that they have listed for Capstan is punk and hip hop rap. I don't think that's true for the most part. I think they're definitely punk, but I think they have quite a bit of metal in them. Like
Hmm.
it's kind of like a punk metal. It's just really good music,
Yeah.
and I highly suggest
Hmm.
listening to them. Uh, Especially Stars Before the Sun, uh, Wax Poetic. Oh, what's the other one? What's the other one?
I
Oh,
think
Elysian Fields. That's one of their more metal songs, but
yeah.
it's they have okay. So some comments about the actual people. The bassist, he has a beautiful voice. so so just like watch out for that. He has a really good voice. Um,
He looks like this tough guy. He's like absolutely jacked, and then
Oh yeah, like I mean, he is so he's huge. He's like twice the size of everyone else in the band, but he has a voice of an angel, and
yeah,
it's absolutely wonderful.
uh,
Yeah,
all their harmonies are like fantastic. I really like this.
absolutely.
Well, maybe because punk and metal are my 2 favorite genres of music. But
Yeah,
but
they
I
have great guitar and vocal harmonies.
yeah, and
It's
yeah,
very impressive.
their drummer uses some technique that's not really traditional for metal, right? Or punk.
Uh, yeah, he uses traditional grip, which is usually used in like jazz and for yeah, jazz, samba, sometimes samba. Uh,
Yeah. But
yeah,
like
but more along that lines. Usually, metal drummers and rock and punk drummers they all use match grip because it's easier and you get a lot more power out of using the match grip.
what's it easier? Like how is it easier? Is it easier to hit things faster or just
Well,
easier?
so match grip it's easier to hit things harder. It's easier to get rim shots, which if you're playing like right-handed drumming, uh, then you're going to use your left hand on the snare, and your left hand is what you use for traditional grip,
Hmm.
uh, usually, and it's really hard to get those rim shots on with traditional grip.
Yeah, I can kind of picture that, picture how it would feel.
Hmm. Yeah. So typically, and I use match grip too. It's just how I learned, but usually drummers use match grip when they're playing heavier music, or when they have to hit hard and hit uh, like rim shots. It's also easier to hit the crashes with.
Huh. Is there any difference in like how easy it is to hit things fast? Like would blast
Yes,
beats
yeah,
with traditional grip be really like almost impossible?
yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
I mean, for me it is. I can't. I mean, I can't really do blast beats normally. uh,
Yeah,
but
I would just completely fail. I would not even try.
uh,
But anyway,
yeah,
uh, Capstan. They have one studio album, one live album, and 5 EPs. So that's kind of reverse of what we saw last week, where there were definitely the most studio albums, and then just maybe a couple, no more than 5 EPs, if I remember correctly.
yeah. I'm not sure if we even have had 5 EPs.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So they are a wonderful band. Please listen to their music, even if you like rap music. Just check it out. It's good.
It's definitely good, and it's got a little bit of everything in there. Well, not everything. It's got a little bit for metal lovers. It's got some for rock lovers. It's got stuff for punk lovers.
Hmm.
You know, they're very multifaceted.
Yeah, good word
They
for that.
yeah.
Well, anyway, should we move on to our song of the week?
Yeah, I think moving on to our song of the week would be a great idea.
Okay.
So our song of the week is Linoleum by NoFX. We're gonna give this a listen. You can listen to it on your own time. We're gonna have a link to it in the description. Uh, but we will be back in like 3 seconds with a rating and a review.
All right. Hopefully you had a chance to listen to that song. Once again, there's a link in the description, although that was probably just a few seconds for you if you didn't listen to it. Um, it was like 10 minutes for us, maybe. But let's kind of analyze the song, I guess. Give it our very informal rating.
Yeah,
So I the bass drum first of all was very fast. It's
very
insane.
fast.
I would have no chance of being able to play that correctly. Um, but just in general, the song is very high energy, as a lot of punk songs tend to be. You know, I really liked the guitar part in the at the start where it goes like da 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 da. You know, the really
Mm, hmm.
fast guitar part.
Yeah,
It goes well with the song, I say. Uh,
it does.
yeah. What did you think of the lyrics?
It was pretty good in the YouTube version that I found. Uh, there's like an old dude singing in the beginning, like an operatic kind of thing.
Huh.
So something that I do love about this song is that it's from the album Punk in Drublic.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, but so I like the lyrics. I think it really kind of embodies like a drunk dude, because I mean it talks about how linoleum supports my head, gives me something to believe. That's me. Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah, my closest friend linoleum. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like this dude. He doesn't give a shit about much. He just
Hmm.
I mean, he drinks alcohol and he falls down.
Yeah. That's basically what the song is about. There might
Yep.
be some like deeper meanings if you really wanted to dig into it, but we
Yeah.
don't. So no deep
Yeah.
meanings for you guys unless you want to do it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a four stanza song. It's got four different parts. That's all it's got.
Yeah.
And they're really funny too. Like here's the first one. Possessions never meant anything to me. I'm not crazy. Well, that's not true. I've got a bed and a guitar and a dog named Bob who pisses on my floor. That's right. I have a floor. So what? So what? So what?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's punk for
Uh,
you. Like sometimes kind of crazy lyrics like that.
yeah. and then there's that's me on the street with a violin under my chin, playing with a grin, singing gibberish.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yep.
singer didn't necessarily hit all the notes. Let's say wasn't really on key. Uh, and I
He's a
think
little flat.
yeah, I think that's something that is kind of a characteristic of punk. Like, they're not necessarily the most talented singers, but you can tell they're really kind of giving it their all, and just they really enjoy singing a lot of those songs.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of sometimes meant to um, some punk songs are meant to sound kind of like thrown together, kind of chaotic like that. And well, I think a stereotype is that a bunch of teenagers with like mental problems listen to punk or something like that. And I think
Oh boy.
it's also kind of meant to, you know, be it's also kind of meant to sound like teenagers who don't really give a shit about their life.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I totally get that.
Hmm.
I feel like it's supposed to appeal to the demographic of, well, teens that don't give a shit about their life, that just want to like rebel and party
Yeah.
and skip school and not do homework
Hmm.
and that.
Yeah. I mean, I like punk. I don't like school, but I'm not going to skip it. I do my
Yeah.
homework, so maybe I'm kind of an outlier there. Like, I like punk, but I don't want to, get drunk at parties or whatever.
Yeah. I wouldn't say you're an outlier there,
Yeah,
but I
I
mean,
mean,
maybe
I
you
I,
never know.
I can definitely relate with the mental health problems part.
uh, oh boy. Well, what would you rate this song out of 10?
I think I'd give it a good 8 out of 10. I really like it.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an 8 out of 2, an 8 out of 10 as well.
An 8 out of
So,
2.
an 8 out of 2. Yep, that's totally yeah.
That's
All right.
mathematically possible, 100%.
Well, I mean, technically it is. It's
Yeah.
just 4, but like 4 out of what? Gosh. Well, so 8 out of 10. That's going to be our rating for this song. Just a solid 8 out of 10. Really good song. You should listen to it if you haven't already.
Hmm.
Uh, there will be a link in the description if you want to go check it out. But anyways, this that's about all we have for like actual content in this episode. Now we're gonna go to the weekly recap. If you guys don't want to go to watch the weekly recap or listen to the weekly recap, that's totally fine. We don't blame you. But if you do want to stick around, please do. That'd be great if you do
Uh-huh.
like the weekly recap. Maybe even you can subscriber consider subscribing.
Subscriber.
Maybe subscriber. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscriber. Comment and yeah, we really appreciate all your guys' comments. Uh,
Don't we only have one?
Yeah, I think we only have one. But hey, if you are listening to this video, if you're the person who commented, thank you very much. We really appreciate
Hmm.
your comment. Uh,
Yes, we do.
yeah,
You're our first comment. You can now say, if we ever get famous, that you were an OG because you were the first to comment on this channel.
yep, the official OG.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get into it. For people all around the world, the months of August and September, people are going to start going back to school. I know Grant and I have already started going back to school, and I personally consider us to be very lucky because our school and our district chose to do all online learning, which, I mean, it's not the best. It's not the best in terms of getting an education, but it's definitely the safest. So
Yeah.
I'm
At
kind of
least I
happy
won't
with that.
die this way.
Yeah. At least you won't have the thought of possibly killing other people
Yeah,
on your mind.
that
Yeah.
I would not like that
That.
thought.
Now, if you have not gone to school yet, uh, it's okay. You will be going to school soon, and you, depending on what your school chooses, you might be able to see your friends. But if you don't, I know I'm going to try and set this up. If you do full online learning, maybe set up like a group chat thing, or like what do you call those? Like the group meetings, uh,
Mm.
the Zoom meetings or whatever for like passing periods. Like our school is giving us 10 minutes between each class. Maybe just make a Zoom meeting for those 10 minutes,
Yeah,
for each of those 10 minutes, and then you can hang out with your friends and chat with your friends. Be like, oh yeah, I've got this class next. What are your notes? Whatever
yeah.
stuff.
What you don't want to do right now is like not interact with anybody. Like that's
Yeah.
even if you think if you spend all your time studying, you're gonna do better in school without like other activities. You're actually probably gonna do worse than if you spend all your time studying.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard, especially for kids who have been uh, like in school all their life. I mean, Grant and I, we kind of have an advantage. We've been homeschooled for the majority of our life. We both started school in high school,
Hmm.
uh, so we have some kind of experience in like actually doing this online learning stuff.
Yeah,
But definitely try and keep in touch with your friends. It's gonna be hard, but just pull through, push through, whichever side of that metaphorical school block that you're on.
yeah.
You know, we believe in all of you. You can all get your work done and have fun doing it.
You mean all zero
Hopefully.
people that stayed to this point in the video?
Yeah, yeah, right. Uh, well, don't forget to practice your music, and if you're not an instrument, go pick up a goddamn musician. Thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.